up, everyone? This is SojuTalk, your weekly shot of K-pop. We're coming at you with a super spicy episode 253, and we're recording on October 9th, 2023. It's Columbus Day, I guess, in America. Hi, I'm Doug. Joining me today, we got Warren.
Happy Indigenous Peoples Day. Woo.
There we go.
Too,
and
yes.
Anita.
Hello.
Yay.
As a quick reminder, check out SojuTalk on your favorite podcast platform, sub to us on YouTube, and join the SojuTalk Discord and be a part of the nation. Also, you can now vote for the Spice King Soju chart thing every week if you join the Discord. So,
Oh my God,
yeah.
what?
Yes.
Oh my God, what?
Yeah, so that's the
Yes,
added
yes,
benefit
yes.
there. No announcements or sponsors this week. We are finally back to a regular episode of Soju Talk where we're doing no catch up. So we normally cover 3, but we are covering 4. Because NCT127's fact check didn't make the cut initially until we executively added it in. So the 4 releases this week are NewJeans Gods, which is the League of Legends Worlds 2023 song. I-DLE I Want That, which is their English release. We have NCT127 fact checked. And then we have the second IVE pre-release with Off the Record. But let's go to the top. NewJeans Gods. So they are from Adore. Last 3 songs were ETA, Cool With You, Super Shy. This song is for the League of Legends, which is a video game, World Championship 2023, which is occurring, I believe, now they're doing play-ins, and it's going to officially pop off soon.
Oh, wow.
Which is it's a very big event in the video game world. And every year they release like world songs, which are very anticipated. People love them. They also release other League of Legends songs like KDA, if y'all remember. People really enjoyed that. So yeah, it's a fun thing. This song is sang by NewJeans, obviously, and it follows the story of Deft. So Deft is, let's put it this way, Deft is like a all-time great in Korea. He's not Faker, he's not the god, but he's pretty high up there, right? So I'm going to read this is from the press release. The animated video highlights the efforts as well as honor the victory of the players who take on the challenge of the League of Legends World Championship through the story of famous League of Legends player Deft. The music video also highlights important scenes of the previous competition's finale, so in 2022, between Deft's team DRX and Faker's team T1, featuring famous player Faker as well. So the entire music video, for background information, is more or less his career story. So at the beginning, they're in a classroom. It's him and Faker. They went to the same high school. In Mapo, they went to Mapo High School. I think Faker was in a grade or 2 above him, but they're both from there. So he's kind of always been in Faker's shadow. Faker's like a legend. He's won 3 or 4 world championships. He's the big guy in Korea. He recently got military exemption at the Asia Games. So all the various scenes you're seeing are his defeats at different Deft's defeats at various world championships throughout his career. So like there's a scene where he's losing to Reckless. There's a team who's another famous player. There's like he used to be on a team called Samsung Blue, and they lost to their sister team Samsung White in the semifinals. It was a gigantic deal. Yeah, and Samsung White went on to win the world championships in that year, 2014.
Okay, so let me get this straight. All of the scenes, the specific battles, they're references to specific games. They're not generic, I'm going to do cool sword moves.
No, they're all references to various years of worlds where he lost, essentially.
Wow, okay.
It's very detailed, yeah.
It's very
Really
detailed.
cool. Yeah, no, that's dope. Oh my God.
So there's like a guy shooting him with a big hammer. That's Pawn from 2014, and he lost to Pawn. 2015, it's when they're losing to Fnatic and Reckless, the guy, the white guy in the trees. He lost to him when he was playing that character. Yeah, like they're literally chronicling his whole world's career.
Wow, that's...
And then at the end, the homies pick him up. They defeat Faker. They win world championship last year when they weren't supposed to.
Yes. What a story, man.
So it's a big story.
It's the story of the underdog overcoming.
Yeah, because they were the 3rd or 4th seeded Korean team, so they should not have won Worlds. There are Chinese teams and Korean teams that should have beat them, maybe a couple EU teams, and they defied the odds and they beat Faker, the final boss, at the end to win it.
Okay. Wow. Okay. That's I don't follow League at all, but like that, I see why that would be popular, right?
They even have all the, like, even in the final scene where his team's beating Faker, they all are carrying the weapons of the characters that they beat him on. Like, it's very specific to what's going on. Like, he has Caitlyn's gun, and I believe that's what he played in the final game.
Is that the really long gun with the 3 like lenses?
Yep, that's Caitlyn.
Okay. I thought it's 4.
So it's a very involved video. Like, there's a lot of things you could reference here. A lot of other players that they cameo in there. But in terms of the song, it did not. If you told me this was NewJeans, I wouldn't believe you.
I wouldn't know.
It sounds more like maybe like G-Idol-ish a little bit. It sounds almost like a KDA type thing, right?
A little, yeah.
Yeah.
It's that sound, you know?
It's that
League of Legends aesthetic.
I really don't want to say video game music, but like if I think about video game music, especially like the newer wave of stuff, this is what comes to my mind. Like Rise, for instance. I know that song, or like Star Walking. Like
Hey,
that's
for
obviously
me-
a different genre, but
The purpose of this song is to get you hyped for World Championships, right? Like,
Right.
I'm hyped now, dude. I redownloaded League this week because I'm excited for it.
I feel like it is hype in a way, but like I feel like you get hyped through the like I understand it more now because of the background story, right? Like the music video kind of held it down for me where I was very invested in like the storyline. Whereas the song itself I don't think was pushing for a super hype atmosphere. I think it was just adding to the storyline, making it a little bit more grandiose in a way, because I think that's what the sound always feels like it's trying to be very big, very impactful.
Yeah, imagine they're playing this as the World Championship finale is starting, and like
Right.
you're in the stadium, the lights get dark, and they start shooting off fireworks, and lights are going crazy. It's a stadium song essentially.
okay. I can see that it's a stadium song. I can see how this would be hype, but I'm gonna approach this from the other perspective. We got the League perspective. Now I'm gonna give you the NewJeans perspective, the bunny perspective here, right? Because like
The bunny.
in my head, right? In my head, if you think about NewJeans, what are they really good at? They're known for their tonal qualities and the way that fits into their musical genres. They have a very relaxed way of singing that is very different from the rest of K-pop, which has made it very clear who they want to be from like the get-go, right off of attention. It was very clear. They're like not going to be over the top with their vocals. They're going to take it easy, and that's their way of saying, I have this shit down. Like, I'm good. Like, I don't need to do all that fancy shit. That was like the biggest part of NewJeans for me. Now, this song is the 180 of that, where they need to be really powerful, grandiose, along with the arrangement. And while I think certain members, like Tani, for instance, does what they do, they do what they can in order to fit that aesthetic. Do I think the production was built for NewJeans? Like that's where I start to ask a little couple questions. You know what I mean? Because like there are definitely sequences where I was like, okay, they're singing, but like it felt like the arrangement was really overwhelming the rest of the track with the rest of the vocal members, because they were making up for the amount of like impact in terms of vocals and like the main like solo vocal line, you know what I mean? And that is, I felt like that was the most evident in the chorus, where it goes from when you play God, and once you hit God, there's like choirs, there's bass, there's brass, there's like 100 different like instruments that just immediately boom in your face, and I'm like, it's a little much.
Y'all bugging. It's a fun time. It's a special release.
Yeah.
They're even the featuring. It doesn't say NewJeans song. It says God's featuring NewJeans.
Who's saying that?
That's how this is titled.
Featuring?
So is League the official artist?
Yeah, that's how they essentially attribute these
Well, I
songs.
guess if I see it that way, then I guess it makes more sense, because I didn't think it highlighted NewJeans.
It's not supposed to.
Right?
It's
Yeah,
not
okay.
supposed to.
That makes more sense then, because I didn't think it was meant to really emphasize them. I think it was just like a great collaboration, a great feature maybe then. Not necessarily the main thing.
All I will say is it is a little too evident why NewJeans is on this track. It's a little too clear. It's a little too obvious.
Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
There would have been a lot of other groups who fit this bill really well and have nearly the same amount of impact NewJeans does. Like G-Idol. Like
Dreamcatcher would have been fire on this.
Dreamcatcher would have been fire.
Ooh.
Well,
even Red Velvet.
Well, the reason why I believe they chose NewJeans is because this year's Worlds is in Korea, specifically. I think that plays into it as well.
And that's exactly why I'm naming off all these K-pop groups who would have fit the bill really well. I just don't think if among the popular artists right now, I think perhaps NewJeans and maybe IVE were like the worst choice for this kind of genre. I'll throw the Seraphim in there as well. Those three. Maybe not. Okay, you know what? Just NewJeans and IVE. I think other than those two, any of the popular girl groups would have worked. ITZY could have done this. That could have worked. See, I see your eyes twitching, Douglas. You know you agree with me deep down inside.
Oh, no. I was looking at the venues for Worlds. The finals is in the Gokcheon Sky Dome. That's going to be a big event. Holy crap.
Kotok Skydome?
Uh-huh.
Isn't that like... That's like one of the biggest sky domes in... Well,
Yeah.
Dome things in Korea.
So the play-in was happening at Lowell Park. So that's in Jongno. It's near wherever I stay when I go to Korea. It's over there. And then they're using KBS Arena. They're using the... Sajik Indoor Stadium Gymnasium in Busan, and then they're using the Gocheok Sky Dome.
But it's apparently the first dome stadium of Korea. What do you know?
Yeah, I don't take this as a NewJeans song. Maybe that's why I like it more. I'm just having a good time.
Okay, yeah.
I think that's fair, but even from a if I took League of Legends as an artist, as maybe a producer of sorts, I still don't think this is an appropriate selection for like get these vocals on my track.
I mean, capitalism.
Woo! I love money.
Yeah, I know. That being said, there's now a good chance that NewJeans will show up at the finals and sing this. There's a high probability.
That'd be nice. That'd be cool.
There's a very high probability of that now. So that's pretty exciting to say the least. So it ends on November 19th is when the final will take place. So.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Rating?
I got this. I'll give 2 ratings, right?
What?
Okay.
No, what?
As a song that I would play in my headphones to go to the gym or something, and I'm bopping and having a good time, or playing League and playing this, I'll give it a low spicy. But in terms of a NewJeans song, it's a low tingly.
Oh, it's a little tingly for me.
I also give it a tingly. Like I don't hate the song. Don't get me wrong. The moment the choir hits in the beginning, I'm like, yeah, let's get hyped.
Yes.
I'm up there. And then I expect like a BY rap verse or something, not like...
Bro, that one part of the song when they say, once you play God, da 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 da. That part's so good, dude. That's exciting. I got so hyped. This is fun.
This is what you came for.
Let's just move on. G-Idol, I Want That. So they are from Cube. Last 3 songs. Queen Card, Nude, Tomboy. This is from G-Idol's new English language EP Heat. They have some kind of agreement with 88 Rising, right? And I think this is the product of that.
I believe, yes. 88 Rising is officially listed as the publisher of the EP Heat.
That makes a lot of sense then. This is a interesting song from G-Idol. I'm gonna just be honest. You know what? We decided to be spicy this year, right? The reason I like this song more than Queen Card, Nude, maybe even Tomboy, is because those other songs all have a lot of cringe in them. And there is an absence of cringe in this song. You know exactly what I mean, y'all.
You went,
right?
Look, I know it's gonna be spicy, bro. You went straight for like the fire chicken noodles.
I don't think I'm alone in that part. A lot of people, when we were listening to Queen Card, says I can't with some of these lines, y'all.
Doug, if you listen to our previous episodes, we don't say the word cringe, but that's what we're saying. Yes, I agree. Yes.
Yeah, because
for the most part,
her boob and booty is apparently hot. You know, like I still can't handle those lines, guys. But this song, we're getting something a little bit different from them. It's all relatively serious without adding anything too crazy. I feel like none of Soyeon's parts were like just there to be very provocative, which I think she's going for sometimes, right? Mm-hmm. I thought a lot of this made more sense cohesively to me.
I agree with that.
Same. It feels a lot more contained, like
yes,
almost subdued, if that makes any sense. The song doesn't come off subdued, right? It's a very aggressive song. It
was a subdued in knowing, like, man, we're really good and we're really hot and we're just doing it, you know? Like, you didn't need to do anything crazy to prove it to people.
Right. There was less of a provocative or like in your face kind of messaging that came with the last couple tracks. That doesn't mean it sounds like their earlier stuff either. I do want to know, right? This is
No.
very much something that stands apart from the rest of the discography, which I think makes sense because the producers on this track and the rest of the album as well are not names I'm familiar with. I'm gonna guess that they came from the 88 Rising department. And in particular with this track, I Want That, we have a guy called Lindgren. That's the guy, Lindgren. And I am not exactly sure what else he has worked on so far. Although I'm sure someone else could probably, fix that for me. Who is Lindgren in K-pop? He also apparently never mind. He's in Berlin. That's all I can find. Regardless, the track follows like a pretty. There's two sections to it. There's like a more K-pop-y section with the build-up, and the rest of the track is like a lot more like deep house, tech house, kind of like model voguing kind of like. I'm a model kind of house. Know what I mean? Like that kind of
high
house.
Fashion,
right? And I think
that chorus could have been really hit or miss, and I think it came off pretty well. Though.
It came off really well.
Yeah.
There
are other songs who tried to do similar types of choruses where I'm like, it just fell flat, but this one worked for some reason. I think it's a lot to do with the way they did it and the word selection. Like, it all kind of made sense to me,
It's very rhythmatic. It's very rhythmatic. Yeah, like, this is where I'm getting at, where, like, maybe this is... Okay, so when K-pop is typically written, these days, with foreign producers, they will write the top line in whatever first language they speak in, whether that be English or Swedish or whatever. And then it gets sent to a Korean top liner who will use that as a jumping off point to write Korean lyrics on top of that, which retains a lot of English words, don't get me wrong. But once you translate some of it into Korean, or if you write new lyrics for it in Korean, sometimes the rhythmatic structure just doesn't come off as well. And this track, I feel like that maybe was retained, cause I don't know, I totally feel with you. I totally vibe with you. Like the chorus there is just so catchy and just so like just shaky. You know what I mean? Like,
instead of saying like, "Oh God, what are they doing here?" It's like, "Oh, okay," like that.
What are they doing here?
Because when you have a chorus like that, where it's very divisive, it's on the beat. We're gonna do something like that could be considered very repetitive, right? It's gonna be hit or miss. This was a hit for me. Like,
hell yeah,
yeah,
oh yeah, great hit.
Also, the music video.
Oh yeah,
Very interesting. Oh,
we got a bloody foot.
No. I wanted to talk about, because I think there were some references to this, and I caught like one shot that kind of felt like, oh, this is very much referencing this movie. Okay. But Gone Girl. So there's a scene where I think it's Soyeon. She like, the guy touches her head, right, and then she turns back. And it's a very important shot in the movie Gone Girl, based on the novel Gone Girl. And it also talks about like a toxic relationship, violence, right? People die in this scenario. And I don't know, I feel like it was really cool how it was intermixed and explored there were like different storylines with each member. I thought that was really nice. And it added, I don't know, I feel like it added a little bit to the song as well, because the song itself is not necessarily like dark, but coupled with the visuals, I think it gave it that vibe.
I think marketing wise, it makes sense too. Like, it is, they portray the message or the narrative pretty clearly enough for us to pick up on it. There's no like, maybe it's referencing Gone Girl. I haven't seen that movie. I know what the movie is. But even without having seen it, I was able to pick up on what the narrative is, and how all of it comes together at the end. And then, boom, he dies. Spoiler alert, I guess. And like, I appreciate that. Because like, sometimes you get narratives that are like, you gotta go through hoops to understand. And this one is pretty clear, and it's self-contained. And I kind of like that. Looks pretty as well, right? Like, do you guys recognize the actor for the abusive dude in the music video?
Who's the actor?
The guy is called Park Jungmin, Jungmin Park. He was most recently in 헤어질 결심, Decision to Leave. Incredible actor. He just looks like a normal dude, and he ends up playing a lot of like psychopaths or like people who are like.
Yes, I've seen this guy in some roles. I don't remember. He was always playing a psychopath.
Right.
Always.
He was also in Deliver Us from Evil. He was also in Keys to the Heart. He is being hyped up to be the next big actor in Korea. And that's why he was in Decision to Leave, apparently. But even in that movie too, he plays this madman of a guy in a relationship. And maybe it's because of that, but like
That would make
seeing
sense,
him-
yeah.
Right, like immediately when I saw him in the music video, I was like, oh, this guy's up to no good. He's gonna fuck us over. Yeah, I don't know. Very pretty video overall. Like,
I think what also holds this a lot together is Miyeon singing in the pre-chorus. She's really good at the mid notes, and I feel like they
Yes,
gave her them
yes, yes,
perfect.
yes.
These notes that she sang in this thing, I don't know too much about music, but the notes that they gave her here and that part really fit her extremely well.
I agree with you. And then where it like shifts from Miyeon's section right back down to the chorus where she goes, oh my, well, you know, I want the oh my god. You know, that's like a huge contrast, and it works so well. That's, if you think about an anti-chorus, like that's typically what they're supposed to be, and like
That kind of drop.
yeah, I mean, I don't think it's an anti-chorus per se, but like it does what it needs to. It's like boom in your face. This is the chorus. Get your shit together. We're gonna just keep going. I want the oh my G. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, yeah, this guy's definitely set up to be a humongous actor. I'm looking at his like filmography. He's in so
Let him
much stuff
be.
lately. Yeah, he's
yeah.
Let
killing
him
it.
be an actor.
he's gonna be a big dude. He's already a big dude. If
But in Korea, you become like a superstar as a male actor once you reach like 38 to like 50 is like the peak. They love 40-year-old male actors for some reason.
he's getting there.
It's like,
he's getting there.
right? No,
36.
they love that. Yeah, that age is like when they start putting them as the lead guy in like everything.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see where he goes. But in terms of G-Idol, I think this is it's clear that they're shifting their musical taste a little bit for the American audience with this track. Does it feel... I am curious about what existing G-Idol fans think, because it sounds very different without
Yes.
Pop Time and Soyeon in the producing room here. For the most part, I dig it. I will say this is mild spicy.
I would 100% agree with that.
Yes.
Wow. Look at us.
Okay.
High tingly, low spicy.
No. You gotta choose one.
Hey,
You can't
come
do both.
on, Anita.
You gotta choose one.
Okay, I'll give it a spicy, I guess.
Okay, triple spicy.
All right. Let's move on. NCT127 would fact check. A lot of people need to do some fact checking these days, guys. They're from SM. Their last three NCT127 songs were AO, Two Baddies, and then Favorite Vampire. But you know, a lot of these dudes were in the NCTU baggy jeans thing we covered last week, right? Like a lot of the dudes were.
Yep.
Let's just compare the two, right? We talk about them back to back. Which one do we like more, right off the top? I think fact check's better.
Oh, yeah, I would say so.
I like baggy jeans better.
You like baggy jeans.
Oh my god.
I'll say this. I feel like baggy jeans, even though I'm not a huge fan of the song, I do find it very catchy. Like the chorus is just made that way, I think.
Anita,
Whereas
Baggy.
fact check, I feel like it's not maybe quite as catchy, but I kind of enjoy more the progression of the song overall.
who's this red hair brother in this song, Anita?
Yuta?
Is that Yuta? He was killing it, I thought. Like the guy with the pullback hair looking like the one dude from Street Fighter. I thought he was killing it.
Hwarang.
Or he looks like Hwarang from Tekken. Yeah, I could see that too.
Oh.
You know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I believe that was Yuta. Let me double check.
Was Yuta? Okay, whoever it was, I enjoyed their role in this music video. I don't know. He gave off like comic book villain vibes to me. It was, like, I don't know why. I just found it captivating.
I
It
think
was
like
a
for
good
the
job.
first minute of the song, they all gave off like goofy villain vibes. Like
Yeah, right. That's what I was getting.
Like Mark shows up.
Okay,
and,
yes,
like,
it was Utah. It was Utah.
Mark shows up with a goat or a lamb, whatever it is.
I know.
It's a kid. It's a goat.
The kid shows up with a kid.
I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
This is out of nowhere.
Okay. Okay. This is another example of how SM is shifting. I think maybe it's my confirmation bias. Back at it again, but in my head, SM's output has been shifting after the new leadership set in. That's how it feels. Like
Yeah,
this is a part of that.
3.0.
Yeah, this feels a lot less like SM and a lot more like common K-pop boy group music. It's it's missing the common SM cliches, right? There's no R&B change up. There's actually no change up, but flows pretty well for the most part. It's not industrial. It's not like experimental pop. There's no, nobody's gonna hear this and go, that's noise pop. There's no like heavy, weird bass. There's no weird flute going on. Even the vocals, like I'm not just talking about the arrangement here. Like if you go, what's his name, Haechan, the way Haechan sings. Typically, Haechan is the kid where I'm like, he's like Yoo Young-jin's little, like, that's like clone. Yoo Young-jin's clone over there.
The high notes, the riffs, yeah.
Right. And that feels a lot more subdued and a lot less... It feels a lot more subdued in that aspect. And all of this comes together to create this... Even Taeyong, when he raps, like... When Taeyong used to rap, he was doing, like, some goofy thing. No longer the case. He was like doing a normal rap verse for 4 bars. I was like, what is going on, my dude? This is not you. Like, what happened?
I agree. The main thing I got off of this was it was just way more palatable than some of the other NCT stuff we've gotten recently.
Right.
That was the main takeaway for me too.
And here's the thing. I know various people from various perspectives have complained about all of these things that we just listed out. I get that. But now that we've gotten rid of all of it, this just sounds like another boy group song.
You're not wrong.
Yeah,
You're not wrong.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I appreciate that they're doing a genre at the very least that isn't like wildly popular. Like this is, I say this is Afrobeat, right? Like
yes.
Right, but it's not Afrobeat in the sense that it's like Afrobeat. It's just like we've used rhythms from Afrobeat. And we're just gonna use the same instruments we use in K-pop all the time. We're just gonna add brass. We're gonna add those basses, and then we're gonna add a K-pop-y top line to it. So for the most part, yes, it is Afrobeat, but it's mostly written in the same way most K-pop songs are written. And now you end up in a situation where I'm like, okay, well, what makes this track special?
If you like NCT127, it's special to you.
I need more than that. I need more.
I mean,
Okay,
to
I
be fair,
will...
this one flows a lot of fun. The chorus is good on this one. It's very
yeah.
Fact check, right? Yeah, you're right though. There isn't too many defining characteristics, right? Why you would say like,
I feel like
it's fun though.
I find the timing also a little odd because inherently you're going to compare this track with Baggy Jeans, right? Which had more of a
to be fair,
viral moment.
Baggy Jeans came out in August 26th. Oh,
right, but it still feels close to me for some reason.
Less than a month and a half.
okay.
Yeah. For promotions, like promotions usually last a couple weeks anyway, so I feel like it feels a little close. And like I said, Baggy Jeans kind of had a little bit of a viral moment because of its chorus. I don't know.
It was viral, all right. I'll give you that.
But I don't know. I feel like with this song, I think what I found most interesting was the genre they were hitting. They kind of touch it a little bit too in the choreo. If you watch a little bit, they do a lot of footwork, which is very, very common in this type of genre. I also want to say that this is being influenced in a way with like. So I'm also watching Street Woman Fighter, right? One of the crews that is.
Oh my god! Can we talk about Smoke for 10 seconds? It's literally Smoke and I Love My Body from Hwasa is literally everywhere right now. That's all I'm seeing on everything.
The dance challenges, yeah.
Oh my
All I'm
God.
seeing is washing shirt. We're on different TikToks right now.
Really? Smoke is literally everywhere. I saw it referenced on 4 variety shows this week.
They push it a lot. I think
They do.
it's just like the show itself is pushed a lot. Like the songs that are featured in the show are pushed a lot. But in the show, right, there's a crew. I think if people are following, they would recognize them. Jam Republic, right? They use this genre a lot, and I feel like they're also getting a little bit of a viral moment because of them being on the show. They were featured a lot with HYBE artists I saw recently. I think they did a little bit of background dancing for Jungkook for 3D. So I feel like there's been a lot of
group with a lot of non-Korean people in it, right? Is that the one?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Jam Republic. And I don't know, I feel like there's maybe a little bit more of a spotlight on this genre right now. And maybe NCT's kind of getting a little bit ahead of it in the K-pop sphere. But I don't know. I found that to be interesting. But I don't know if that's good. Is it good that I'm more interested in the genre than like the actual performance? I don't know.
Oh.
We'll see.
That's a good point, to be honest.
I mean, all things considered, the song does flow well.
It does, yeah.
There's not a moment in the song where I go, I need to turn this shit off.
No.
No. And I think for the most part, what stood out to me, kind of and similar to your vein, Anita, was the music video and the visuals.
That too, yeah.
Right. So if I think about NCT127, what is NCT127? That's the soul team of NCT, right? That's the Soul Boys. Technically speaking,
Yes.
that's their identity, right?
Yeah.
And in the video, there's like plenty of sequences that feature different spots of Soul. Like for instance, the whole second act of the music video is like
palace,
filmed in
right?
Gyeongbokgung.
It's
Yeah.
Jungkook,
yeah.
and it's the shot towards the Sejong statue, right? So it's
Right.
heading that direction, towards City Hall side. Yeah.
Right, exactly, that direction.
Which is very rare. Mostly you always film the other way. So I thought it was interesting they were filming the opposite direction than most
Which
people film.
I actually kind of like that, because like...
Yeah. You see the cityscape behind.
Right. I actually really like the open field that's like in front of the temple.
It felt
or
like they
palace.
let these kids out of the SM cookie cutter boxes for once. Oh, like I saw NCT
That's nice.
outside
Yeah.
on that shot, and then they were on a bridge at the end. I was like, man, they let them outside. Like some of these were like, they got the film not in a green screen room, right? Like,
Right. For once.
it was actually refreshing. I was like, wait, they're really outside? And I was like, oh shit, they are.
No,
I kind of enjoyed
that
it.
was really it was really refreshing and like really cool. And I felt like they did. In fact, I think they did a better job of showcasing Soul than Haiki did with their last video. Last
I would agree with that.
Oh,
yeah. So visually, I think that was really cool. On the other hand, did it feel like the music was just there to accompany the dance or the music video? No, I don't think it was that weak. Don't get me wrong. It's just I feel like we're shifting away from the NCT identity a bit. I don't know if other people agree with or disagree with me on that, but that's the impression I got. And it makes me wonder if this is a strategy that's going to continue working, or if it's not really going to matter in the first place. Though that's where I'm at.
that's true.
This song's another one of the symptoms where people just don't do like killing points anymore. Because this song could have definitely
That
had
too.
some kind of killing point. You know, like
That
back in
too.
the day with like Kick It or something like that. But there's just not companies just don't feel the need to do it anymore. But
Also, I kind of was missing the high note from Taylor, who was apparently supposed to not be doing promotions because he broke his leg or something like that.
no.
So I'm very confused.
he broke his leg in a motorcycle accident, right?
Correct.
Yes,
Correct.
I remember that.
Why is he in the music video?
He
I'm
hop
very
a little
confused.
along, Anita. He's there collecting a paycheck. He's good, you know?
Let him collect royalties.
Interesting.
Yeah,
In
get
the
that
hospital.
paycheck. Yeah, so there's good things, bad things, things for thought. Overall, I thought it was a very fun package, though. I enjoyed this one a lot more than some of the other NCT stuff that I've listened to as of late.
Same.
Tingly for me. Tingly.
Tingly as well.
Yeah, it's tingly. It's fun. It's fun. 22 million views. I'm sure they sold a bunch of albums. They're having a good time.
Oh, I have no doubt about their sales. Trust me.
Yeah. sales these days, if you're selling under 6 figures, like, you got a problem, it seems like, right? These days. That seems to be like the break off point.
Are you telling me something, Douglas?
I'm just look at your faves. That's all I'm saying. Okay. We got IVE Off the Record, which is not their label, it's their song. It is their second pre-release. They are from Starship. Last 3 songs, either way, covered that last week. I Am Kitsch. IVE Mine. That's really hard to say. IVE Mine. Along with Baddie, which is the title track, will be released on October 13th. Yeah, it's called Baddie. Bro, considering we've had this Either Way and now Off the Record, I don't know how you drop a track like Baddie as the title track. Like, does it not feel a little out of place?
I mean, well, the pre-releases, I feel like, are not coherent. Yeah, with what we're leading up to, but it'll be interesting, I guess.
Okay, let's talk about that real quick. Why do you guys feel like the pre-release needs to reflect the title track?
I feel like that a pre-release should give me a sampler as to what I should expect. Like, I'm watching this Baddie teaser right now. It ain't nothing like these pre-releases. Yeah, it's gonna be like what you think it's gonna be.
See,
like it sounds like Baddie.
Okay. I mean, okay. If I think about K-pop albums, it's typically, especially EPs, typically it's about 5-6 tracks. There's a very standard formula where stuff sounds all over the place. It's not a very cohesive project. It's they do a bunch of different genres in the beginning. The title track's either track 1 or track 2. Track 1 is always the intro if it's not, if the title track is track 2. And then near the end there's a ballad, then there's a fan song, and that's typically how K-pop albums go. There is never a single set color to these albums. You know what I mean? I feel like that's very rare. That's where that's where G-idle sticks out. That's where NewJeans sticks out. That's where I don't know. I think that's about it, actually. See, this is what it's like. Cause go listen to the new NCT album. Boom, all the songs, all different genres, all different colors, all different moods. Doesn't make sense together as a project. So I think I'm very okay.
Do you think I should just judge them individually then? Whatever we get.
I think that's the way to look at it. That's how I'm looking at it.
Okay, I can see that.
With the concept that, I mean, it's still a single project. It's still an album.
I guess I just feel the need to compare them when they have like a shot like Wonyoung with the little globe thing at the end of the last music video.
What's that about?
You know, that's when I feel like, well, it's clearly connected in my head, right?
Yeah, okay. Maybe video-wise, visual-wise, there's like lore going on. Like that I will not touch. But like, yeah. Hey. So
do we like Off the Record more, or do we like Either Way?
I don't know. Did you like Kiss Me More, Cupid, and Bring Your Own Best Friend?
That's what I thought of too.
Okay.
This is very Billy-like.
We are now in this new era of K-pop where we do easy listening disco pop music. Okay, you know what? That's not bad. That's not bad. Nobody said that's bad. It comes down to how well you do it. And I dig it. I like it. What you thought I was gonna shit on the song, Anita, didn't you?
No, I did it because I love the Billy song
too. Okay. I mean, I'm gonna try not to compare it to BYOB because I feel like that's unfair for the other group. But like this one, I feel like has a very strong top line. It's very addicting. I like the visuals. I actually like the lyrics.
Very pretty music video.
Oh God, I'm gonna guess it's the same dude as the last music video.
Maybe. I'm not sure.
I'm gonna look up. Actually, let me look that up real quick. Cause
great shots, great lighting. The composition of these scenes is very, very pretty.
Oh God, very pretty.
Can I give someone their flowers?
Yes, give them.
Yes. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I think I'm not saying that she is the most skilled vocalist in the world, right? But there is just something, and I'm completely biased in this, by the way. There is just something about the way NewJeans sings notes, which is really good. Like, the way she sings I don't know the technicals of this. There's just something high pitched at the on like in her voice that really carries notes along. Like I don't know how to describe it, where it adds like a fun aspect or a depth to it, right? And I just really enjoy the sound that she sings with. I don't know.
So you
know what I mean, right?
No, but I would like to. No, her voice sounds fun and deep.
I think I understand it because I feel like her vocal range is a little on the lower side, right? Like I feel like her comfortable range is kind of on the mid-lower. But when she does the high notes, it sounds nice still because I think she's using more of a falsetto maybe.
I'll put it this way. When NewJeans sings any decently high note, it's very obvious that it's her singing in this group relative to everyone else.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's very like you could tell you could tell without a doubt NewJeans is singing right now. Right?
I agree.
I agree as well. And I'm not just saying that because I like her short hair. Promise.
It's great.
It looks really nice.
It's great. Hey, not PD. Can we get like a Orak show real quick, dude? Like, can we do 2 a year?
I need season 3.
Or give me season 3. Can we bring back Journey to the New West? Like, Pio's coming out of the military, guys. Like, and you're allowed to travel internationally now. Can we just have like? Can we have girls and guys seasons like spring and fall? Can we get 2, please? You know, is that too much to ask for? So that when they do 10 to 12 episode seasons, half of the year is covered by the show. Can we please? That's all I'm saying. That's my plea.
남석 씨 듣고 계시죠? 네.
Yeah. You agree, Warren, right? It would be great if half the year is covered by his shows.
I mean,
it would be fantastic.
I know. Okay, I know that's a lot to ask for, but like that would mean the world to me.
He only has to film for like 5-6 weeks of the year, and he could cover half the year.
Okay, but like his studio films like a lot of other shit too.
I know. But going back to the song, I think some of the criticisms you can make with Either Way is kind of apparent here. Like this song doesn't really go too far anywhere as well, right? But I don't think that's what the song's going for. These are just like easy listening, vibey songs that you could have on the background, and it's fun, it's pleasant, right? But yeah, I don't see this like if this song came up on the album, you'd be like, oh yeah, I remember this one, woo, right? But no one's turning on the album to find this song, right?
Well, not you, but maybe somebody else.
Yeah,
maybe someone else, not me.
Don't make their judgment, please, Douglas. What are you doing?
But I agree.
Well, maybe what kind of activities would you do where you're like, man, we gotta listen to IVE off the record, like right now?
I feel like it's just like running errands, you know?
Okay,
like,
I was gonna say, are you cleaning your room? Maybe this.
Yeah, cleaning up around the house.
Like while you're coding, or while you're like doing homework, stuff like that.
Yeah.
This is good background music, though, for sure. I can see that.
It is. Yeah. I think for the most part, it has for me, I think it has a pretty addicting chorus. And then the lyrics too. I mean, it's not a very lyrics-heavy song, but on the other hand, there's a lot of fun expressions that talk about secret conversations, late night conversations. Oh, yes. And
just
that was kind of fun.
The term too, off the record, I think is a fun reference, fun phrase.
I agree. Kind of clever, not gonna lie. You know what I mean? I don't know why the lyrics stuck out so much to me, but I mean, there you go. I think that was really nice. Music video wise too, like we mentioned earlier, very pretty. One thing I noticed, and maybe this is related to Jang Won-young's and her rotating Earth at the end of the other video. There's a lot of shots where the camera's rotating. You know what I mean? Look at the video real quick, Doug. I know you're
like when they're in the middle, like in the room.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. I'm scrolling through.
Yeah,
there's a lot of spinning motifs.
There's a lot.
There's like a spinning on a swing, and then Liz is just randomly turning at some point.
Right. Liz is like just no.
Hey guys, can we also get more screen time for Liz? I saw that they reacted to the last music video, and she didn't seem particularly too happy about her screen time amount because she was apparently on the screen for like 6 seconds in the last music video. Guys, yeah.
Really?
Well, yeah, well, like solo shots about 6 seconds reportedly.
Dang.
Can we get some more Liz representation, please? You know,
Taship, what are you doing?
Liz is like the most jam member of this group too, I think.
Okay, maybe after Anyujin.
Facts.
Maybe after Liz. Sorry, maybe after Ray.
Okay, Ray has this whole deadpan comedy thing going on, and
Yeah, I know, it's kind of funny.
Yeah, like you remember I was talking about Japanese comedy duos, how there's a straight man and a funny guy. Like she's the straight man in the group, 100%, right?
She's like not taking anybody's shit.
IVE is a very interesting group because a lot of people. This does not have to do with the music. This is from me reading things online. A lot of people are under the impression that these kids don't really like each other all that much.
Why is that?
No, is it not true? It's true. Everyone says this. Really? I don't know why.
But why?
People point to certain things, like for instance, there was the show they did with Not PD on YouTube where all of Starship went on a trip together, right? And I've had a room, and like Wonyoung wasn't seen in one shot of when they were hanging out in the room with them. Like people, but that being said, I think a lot of it extends from the picking on Wonyoung thing that people do online for no reason. I think it stems from that, but there's like a narrative that people always have that this group doesn't like each other too much. I don't understand where it's coming from.
Who cares if they don't get along?
Yeah.
Like, they're coworkers. Are you best friends with all of your coworkers? If you are, that's me. I love my coworkers.
I like my coworkers as
thank
my parents.
Shout out to my
You kind of have to.
Yeah, I don't understand that. I think they all kind of like each other, as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
I'm sure
And
they're
they
fine.
always people microanalyze not only Wonyoung but her relationship with Yujin is like they're not as good friends as they were when they were in IVE, guys. Like, oh my god. Like there's so many people talking like on TikTok and stuff, making TikToks about this bullshit. Like, I don't understand.
Go take a piss.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god, Yujin didn't stand next to Wonyoung when they were lining up for the airport photos. They must hate each other.
Oh
now.
my god.
Like things like that.
Oh no. Do they know they could go to the restroom? Mind blowing. Fuck off.
I don't get it. Unless we have substantial substantive proof, like it's all fake news. You should fact check like NCT, guys.
Oh,
Fact check that.
how are you gonna fact check that?
That's true.
What the fuck do you want? Like,
No, don't fact check that because then you're like a Saseng fan. Then you're like you're talking. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
fact check. Go fact check. Just stop giving a shit.
I'm very excited for Baddie. I think that like for some reason, I feel like a lot of people don't like IVE. I don't understand why, but relative to some of these other groups, like I really like IVE. I don't know. People just don't like them.
You know, every time I see on Korean elementary school kid on YouTube or on TV for an interview, or like maybe they're like a celebrity's kid or whatever, they are always like, my favorite group is IVE.
That's good.
They're popular, yeah.
They're great. They're very wholesome. I like IVE.
Y'all need to stop giving a crap about who's getting along with who and like who got what done to who and like that. Shut up. Listen to Baddie. Or
Yeah,
off the
October
record.
13th, Baddie. We'll be covering it next week for sure. All right, I would put this song tingly.
Tingly
Yeah,
as well.
It's
Wild.
aight.
Yeah.
There's like dude. Honestly, if we think about our chart, like if we were on a rating from 0 to 100, anything that's like 30, 40 to 80 is tingly for us, right? Like
It's a wide range in the middle.
There's a gigantic tingly range.
40. That's a very okay.
It feels like it, doesn't it? Like 40 to 80 is all tingly.
Honestly, like let's like level for a second. Like the last couple episodes after we came back from the break, we just haven't had like really shitty songs. Like they've all been like fine.
It's all been aight. It's all been
Nothing
aight.
wow inducing, yeah.
Except for last week's Spice King, man.
Oh yes, that's true.
All right, other big releases this week. So the group Wina had a unit debut, I believe, with Yeonso, and One E with Wind. Epics had Full Metal Jacket. On and off, I believe they're all out of the military now. They had
Yay.
Love Effect. Super Junior Yesong released Scented Things. Pow, I don't know who they are, but they had a pre-debut with Amazing. 82 Major released Sure Thing, which is a pre-release. Jennie from Blackpink released You and Me, and I was first surprised is like, why aren't we covering Jennie? She's a big deal. But she had recorded this song a long time ago, and she sings this at some of the concerts. So it's already in the repertoire. Yeah. And then Just Be released Medusa. There was a couple other tracks. I know DPR Ian released something, right? And then
yes,
Im Young-un released like an old person
I saw that.
pop. It's just weird. He rapped for it in the Im Young-un
very, very poppy, very.
This is like going to be old people in Korea's like Boom Boom Pow, dude. Like that's what it comes off. Like it like objectively is kind of like campy and bad. But Korean people are gonna be eating this shit up. You could tell.
Is this like?
Because it's him.
Is this Gang all over again?
No, it's not
in
that
way.
But it's like, why are you making this type of song? Like that was my impression.
If you actually listen to Im Young-un's discography, he's moved on from Trot a while ago.
Yeah, he did a lot of ballads for a while.
I wasn't aware. Maybe that's why it seemed like a big shift.
Okay, looks like he's doing electro EDM now.
Yeah, it's like EDM, and he has all the tropes. He has like the room with all the lights. He got a spaceship going. Like, yeah, he raps in it. It's crazy.
I miss the old Im Young-un, not the new Im Young-un. Like, I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah, let's move on. Spice King. So it's a segment where the crew will decide which song reigns supreme. We're gonna talk about the Soju chart for this week. Additionally, this is the first week where anyone can vote on the Soju chart in representing the Gochu Gang and friends. So let's call it now.
Yeah,
Gochu Gang and SojuTalk Nation is the better way to put it. But so essentially now, if you join our Discord, you will now be allowed to not only vote for the songs we cover each week, but then you get to vote here for the Gochu Gang and SojuTalk Nation vote as well. So this is the first week we're adding it in. Pretty much the way it goes is if you're not a Gochu Gang, which is our patrons, your first place vote gives 5 points, second place gives 3, third place gives 1. If you're Gochu Gang, now you get double the points. So 10 points for first place, 6 for second, 2 for third. So that is how we are doing it. The chart from last week, 252, when we were still giving out double points because of our break. XG Puppet Show got all first place votes, 4 crowns, so it instantly entered the Hall of Spice. Second place was High Key Soul, Such a Beautiful City. Third place was IVE Either Way. The new candidates are the 4 songs we covered this week: NewJeans Gods, G-Idle, I Want That, NCT127 Fact Check, IVE Off the Record. I got a chart.
In your paper
Third place,
all right.
IVE Either Way, or Either Way, however you want to pronounce it.
Okay.
All right.
Second place, I got G-Idle, I Want That.
Okay.
And in first place, I got Baggy G. No, I'm trolling. I got get out of here. I got NewJeans Gods. I really like this song, guys.
You really like that song.
I really like this song. I've been playing it all week when I've been sitting here doing work, playing some games with the homies. Like, yeah.
I mean, I know you don't play it anymore, but you are the only person that actually played League in this group, so.
I'm completely biased on both ends of that song, like the League side of the NewJeans song.
Really, truly, yes.
It makes sense.
All right. Well, I guess no, it's not completely flipped, but I have NewJeans Gods in third place, not in first.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like I was a little underwhelmed by this collaboration. Still really good. I feel like there's nothing inherently like terrible about the song. I think it's still a pretty quality song. I just feel like I couldn't help but feel like there was a missed opportunity with this. Like we could have tried something very different, but I see where they went and why. So I'll put it in third. In second place, I have IVE Off the Record.
Ooh.
Wow.
I don't know. I feel like the easy listening trend, I don't mind it. And I feel like this track, as with the Billy track from last week, I think it hits a very chill, very enjoyable kind of, could put it in the background if you wanted to while you do other things type of vibe. And I don't mind that. I think it's interesting, and I don't think IVE has really hit that before. So I think it's nice. And then in first place, I'm going to give it to G-Idle with I Want That. I think it was a very interesting sound for them as well. Really like how the chorus shifts the song, and like the music video storyline was very interesting too, with the references as well. So I like the whole package for that one. I think it was really nice.
Same. I do too. It's also first place for me.
Nice.
Whoa.
Good song. I like it. Game time decision. Okay. I like Fact Check. It's
Nice.
pretty hype. I like the Afrobeat rhythms. It's on second place.
Very good.
Do I like the music video a little more than the actual song? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Does it feel like a Seoul tourist promotion video? Yeah, a little bit. That's fine. Who cares?
They're 127, yeah.
That leads me to third place, which is Off the Records by IVE. I like this considerably a lot more than the last track we covered from them, which was Either Way. Either Way is fine. This one I think stands out a little more. I'm not while this trend is a little too noticeable, I'm not particularly annoyed by it yet. The unfortunate thing that's gonna be the next one to do this is gonna annoy me though. Like I can tell. Like my gauge is complete. Like my gauge is full. Like I'm done. Like no more of this, please. We had fun. Easy listening doesn't need to be something that's inspired by Cupid. I know why we're doing it, but come on. So
Is it high key in first for you?
no, I want
No?
that as a
G-Idol.
Yeah, G-Idol.
Oh wait, I'm dumb. Okay.
No, let me
G-Idol
read that
first?
again. I want that is first. Fact
I
check
Want
is
That.
second.
Okay.
Off the record is third.
There
Okay,
you
I
go.
got confuzzled here.
Yeah, don't worry. High key is good too. Don't get me wrong. I still like it. I would put it on fourth if I could choose a
They
fourth.
were my fourth, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it's unfortunate, but what are you gonna do? Life is sad. Move
Okay,
on.
Gochu Gang and SojuTalk Nation teamed up. In first place, NewJeans Gods with 69 points. Nice.
Oh, wow.
Dang.
Second place with 54. Aiki Seoul, Such a Beautiful City.
Wow.
Good
And in
pick, good
third
pick.
place, IVE Off the Record 53. G-Idol had 46, so it was almost there. But IVE Off the Record comes in
Very
third.
close.
Here we go.
Very nice.
As a result, in third place this week with 7 points, we have IVE Off the Record. Second place with 11, NewJeans Gods. And in first place with 13 points, all of us, no, Gochu Gang, SojuTalk Nation points, is G-Idol. I Want That with 13 points. So G-Idol, first place.
All right.
Second place, NewJeans. Third place, IVE Off the Record. Boom.
Yay.
I agree with that. Finally, we're at show winners. Not too many this week, Anita. Yeah.
Not too many. You got two. First off, Jungkook with 3D featuring Jack Harlow. He won on Emp Countdown. First win for that comeback. And then we have Juan Us with Baila Conmigo. First win for Music Bang.
Wow.
Yo, that was
Congrats to
properly
them.
pronounced. And just know, everyone, Jack Harlow now has more music show wins than your faves. Just saying. Oh, what?
Fuck you. Get out. I quit.
There's some news here, though. According to a third-party ticketing website, so sometimes they sell tickets to some of these music shows, right?
Yeah.
SBS The Show is reportedly not happening until February 2024. They've had a really weird year where that show has only had like 23 or 24 broadcasts this year. I don't know
wonder
what's
what
going on
it's
with their music
happening
show, but they've only broadcasted like half the year if you look it up.
Interesting.
And then additionally, actor Lee Jung-ha and the boys Young-hoon are selected as the new MCs of MBC's Show Music Core, replacing NCT Jungwoo and Stray Kids Ino. And Solyoon from NMIX will retain her spot as an MC. So that is the new MC lineup.
All right.
Okay.
All right, that ends part one. SojuTalk episode 253. We'll be back after a short break. 3, 2, 1.
Hello, SojuTalk SojuTalk Nation, this is Anita here with a quick PSA. If you would like to support SojuTalk Kpop Podcast, please like, subscribe, or follow us on whatever platform you're using. And consider joining our Patreon at patreon.com/SojuTalk or donating to us at paypal.me/SojuTalk. On behalf of the crew and myself, thank you. Now back to our regularly scheduled episode.
We are back at it with part 2 of SojuTalk episode 253, where we're going to talk about some news and events from the past week. The first one is BlackBerry Creative can't stop taking L's. So, according to Star News, in regards to the Luna lawsuits and the Lucemble lawsuits, all these people that BlackBerry Creative is pissed off at, the former Luna members, reportedly BlackBerry Creative has no plans to give up.
Bro.
So, essentially, all the members have won, right? Their lawsuits and whatever.
They're free.
But BlackBerry Creative is now starting the appeals process against all of them, essentially.
Oh my god.
And the officials continue to maintain, quote, we have done nothing wrong. We find it simply absurd, is what a representative has stated.
But like, how? How do you not?
Yeah. Get a grip.
Dang.
Dude. Come on. Wake up. Move on. Go.
Yeah.
Go somewhere else.
They ruined all the goodwill they had with anyone.
Yeah,
through this situation.
unfortunately.
Next one. This is a big one. I don't know if you're aware of this. So Cube Entertainment shared that Pentagon's, how do I pronounce his name? Do you know?
Yenan.
Yuto Kino, and Wusuk. Is that 5? 1, 2, 3. That's 4. I don't know. Okay. Those members, out of the 9, have ended their contracts with Cube and will take new paths. So 17th, 7th anniversary. I mean, Pentagon's 7th anniversary, which typically marks the first renewal or termination of the act. It seems like Pentagon's not going to happen, and it is on October 10th.
For context, the 5th member that has also ended the contract his name is Yowon.
Yowon. Okay.
Oh yeah. Wait, what?
So it's Yowon, Yenan, Yuto, Kina, Usok.
Kino. Oh yeah. Wait, what? This is so sudden. Who's left?
I don't know,
Is
Nina.
he still in there?
I believe who is...
Kino?
Jinho, Hui, Hongsuk, Sinon.
Only four of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Dawn left. Dang. What happened?
Okay. I want to drop some hot takes, guys. Not about Pentagon.
okay.
Not about Pentagon. It seems that Cube Entertainment has a distinctly Cube Entertainment problem of keeping their artists happy under Cube.
Okay. Elaborate.
There are so many clips of G-Idol shading the shit out of Cube.
I've
heard of this.
There was a clip of them at like some kind of show or music show where they had a giant keyboard with giant keys out, right? And they were like, right, what do you think about Cube? Right? And Shua wrote, we only got 2 more years, is what she wrote.
Well, that's
But
not
Really?
people don't know if it was if the members were like, don't say it because it's funny, we don't like Cube, or because it's very similar to a curse word.
Wait, what do you mean?
Inyeon.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, Inan actually means something.
But like, and like other members of the group were also shading them in this segment too. Like, and let's be honest here, they fumbled the bag with CLC for sure.
I think about
For
them.
sure.
I don't know if there was a bag to fumble, but I'll put it at this way: they did a great disservice to the group. Is the way I think is a better way to put it, right?
I think that's pretty safe to say, yes.
I think that's more fair. But like, I don't know, dude. Something about this company just doesn't feel like it's doing too well to me.
Okay, let's look at the counter argument there. B2B is still around.
Okay, sure. G-Idol's doing well. Lightsum is not doing
Right.
too hot.
Okay, but Lightsum isn't gonna complain about their like label yet. Like they're new. You know what I mean?
Both the artists
right.
and fans are not happy with Cube. Is the better way to put it.
Okay. I mean, in all honesty, fans are rarely happy with their favorite groups' labels.
That is fair. That is very
true.
fair.
Yeah.
They're more
That is very
critical.
fair.
Yeah.
That being said, Cube never struck me as like the healthiest label alive. I'll give you that.
Does it not feel like they're having like a DSP moment, but like 5 years later? Does it not feel like that?
Yeah, I mean, I think on a production level too, right? Like, sure, G-Idol incredibly successful. Lightsum, and I think that says something about the production capability of Cube, especially if you think about how involved Soyeon has been from the get-go
Right.
with G-Idol.
Yeah.
Lightsum, for the most part, has been where I feel like Cube has been kind of flexing their production a lot, especially with Galactica, key leading a lot of their music. Or actually, now that I'm looking at it, there's a bunch of other people involved too. Never mind. But still, it really feels like I'm asking a lot of questions. What do you want to do with Lightsum?
Just doesn't
Yeah.
feel like the best situation ever at a company, right? I don't know. It just feels a little up in the air. I think the real what's going to happen with G-Idol, if they're going to resign or not, is going to be the real big like indicator of everything, and that is in 2 years. That's going to happen.
Okay, well,
We'll see.
They have like a 2-year shelf life label, and let's see what happens, right? If G-Idol ends after a 1 contract 7 year, then they have critical issues with the company, right?
yeah, I feel like G-Idol should be one of those groups that
Yeah.
like resigns for another like 3 years, but
Easily.
They don't.
If they don't and Soyeon sets up her own label, they have such big problems internally, right?
But like, is it bad that I feel like they should? Like,
That they should
they
leave
should
and make their own thing.
yeah, like Soyeon should. I feel like
She could. I
don't
feel
know.
like
We'll see what happens.
Soyeon can find investors if she said, "I'm making my own thing." I feel like people would
Oh, yeah.
invest. For
and
sure.
she has connections too. Like she has connections to Pop Time. Like she's got all. Yeah. We'll see.
We will have to see. Hey, you know what'd be so cool if Soyeon makes her own label under the Hive umbrella and they give her full creative control. It could happen.
Like KOZ.
It could happen for sure. But we'll have to see. This is a bit sad for Pentagon. It really feels like after Gino went to the to the military on Kingdom, kind of felt like that was like a bigger moment than we even think, right? Does it not, Anita?
It does.
In my head, that's like the ending image I have of them right now. Even though they've released other stuff and who he went on Boys Planet, things like that, but it kind of feels that way to me at the moment. It's a shame. They've been doing a lot of things in Japan though, so I like someone pointed out to us that like certain groups do a lot more stuff in Japan, and that's why we don't have as much of. We're more like, where did they go, or what do they do? Like, and honestly, I thought that was a good thing to bring up, right? Because a lot of the times we're looking at groups only from a K-pop lens, more or less. So when groups are very active in Japan, or the company thinks that the group's doing very well in Japan, I will agree that we probably don't have as good of a measure of how the group's doing as a whole than we should.
Well, I mean, we can't consume everything. It's a big genre at this point.
All right, next thing.
Novice.
from SM is reportedly debuting as a soloist in the first quarter of 2024.
I actually thought we were done with this. I really thought
Well, you've been goofed. That is not true.
Isn't
They really
Karina
had me. I thought we
don't
were done
already
with
have
Kwanya.
Karina, who's basically an android, right? Like, come on, guys. Do we need Namas? We got Karina. She's doing a great job.
dang. Who's voicing her? I wonder.
AI, probably.
Real? Oh, 100%?
No, there's no
No way.
Okay, no. Okay, actually, you know what? There was something about it in Welcome to My World, which is a great song, by the way. Give me a moment. I'm trying to find their press release about My World. Somebody say something.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. I feel like in the past 6 months, AI blew up, right? Everyone calls it AI,
Yes.
ChatGPT, blah 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 blah. The fake photos, and then now Mr. Beast is getting they're making ads out of with AI, right? And he's like, that's not me, right? Things like that. I feel like we're oversaturated with AI stuff right now, guys. We still need to see more subtle, practical applications of it, right? We're still looking at a vast ocean of it.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure someone will come up with a very creative way to do it. It's just other than having seen the AI covers of other artists, which is you can't do that officially.
Yeah.
I haven't really just found a good application of it in a more official pop aspect, and it's just been
not on a musical term, but I have seen people working on using AI to remake older video games and things like that and modernize them. And I thought that makes sense to me, right?
That makes sense to me in my head. Yeah,
because you don't need an entire humongous department to do it, right? They're more just small projects and things like that.
Right,
that makes sense. But in terms of this, if SM is actually going to debut Novice as a virtual idol, they're gonna throw money at it, I would assume, right? They kind of have to.
I mean, who knows? I'm hoping it's just a dude, like a person. Maybe it's a solo artist. Maybe it's a group. You know?
Oh god.
There will be more.
Hey, people really like Maeve and Plave. Some
That's
people are
true.
really into that.
But those are people.
Yeah, they're
behind
people
those.
behind a screen, essentially.
Okay. You know what? Here's my ideal scenario. The Novice debut music video begins with the animated Novice splitting into 4 real life people, and then it's a 4 real life person girl group, and then you go from there. That's
4 people.
5. I don't know. 6? Do you want 6-member girl group? I don't know. I just don't want it to be maybe a soloist. You know what? Fine.
Soloist makes sense.
Soloist. I just don't want to see this Avatar BS being poofed up as the next AI thing. Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess this is happening. We'll
see.
have to see. Okay.
Interesting.
All right, this one. Okay, let me explain. You know how I've been kind of shitting on this Immortal Song concert at MetLife Stadium?
Dude, let them be, dude.
Well, today they announced they're moving it from MetLife to the Prudential Center. So they've gone from a 50, 60,000 seater to a 15 to 20,000 seater.
Okay. Sounds a lot more realistic.
Yeah, but there's a lot more involved here that you don't think about logistically. So it's all via Ticketmaster, right? So they announced it today. And on Friday, they're going to be selling tickets for the new venue. So they have to refund everyone, right?
Yes.
The people who are hosting the concert, they've been saying that we're going to try to refund everyone before the new concert comes so you could use the money. But Ticketmaster's we kind of have a 30-day refund policy. I don't know where you're getting that. We refund within 30 days of the cancellation. Yeah.
Oh. Well.
And they didn't really lower the price again. It's kind of the same.
I don't think they would lower the price at this point, let's be honest. It's not going to be lower than this. They've already done a chopping of...
So, for reference, right, here's the facts. Before they canceled it, right?
Yeah.
They sold only 32% of tickets.
Okay.
That's why they canceled it. There was supposed to be 51,000, and they sold 13,000.
Okay. They relocated, not canceled.
You know... Well, they canceled the first one. They called it canceled.
Did they? Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is it still the same day, same time?
It's the same day, so it's fine, right?
Okay.
But you gotta think they lost a ton of money on the deposit for MetLife.
Yeah, it must have been a hassle, yeah.
I mean, come on, guys. We did something similar in college in our student organization. This is a huge mess in terms of logistics. We know it. You know
Oh,
it.
yeah.
I know it. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and like at least when it was at our college, it's all centralized. I believe MetLife and Prudential are ran by two totally different companies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing that's tying them together is they're both in New Jersey. That's
Yeah.
about it. I mean, I don't know.
It's a big mess. We'll have to see what's going to happen. People are not happy, obviously, right? Also, imagine you won the lottery, you did so well, you got the best tickets in the house, now you lost them. You got to try again, right? There's always that kind of thing too.
Reticketing thing.
Reticketing.
Oh,
They got to
no.
reticket everyone.
Oh man.
Wait, they had a lottery the first time around?
No. When I want to buy the concert tickets, you get in the virtual line. If I won the virtual line
got
lottery
lucky, yeah.
and I got lucky and I got to buy the tickets real quick and I got good seats, now it's not assured because they're not transferring tickets over. They canceled everyone's tickets. They're like, you all got to rebuy them.
So
They should have just transferred.
I thought they weren't competitive enough for that.
No, all the good seats were still bought of the 13,000 that sold. 13,000 tickets were still sold.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, like all the bad seats were still left.
Okay, well, not a great look.
To be fair, Prudential's way easier to get to for people in the area.
Especially for me,
infinitely
yes.
easier.
Yeah.
It's infinitely easier because you could just take a direct train from Penn Station to.
There's like multiple options too. On NJ Transit.
You could take NJ Transit. You could take the Path. All of it leads here. Like
You're going, Warren, right? You're going?
I haven't bought the
Or
tickets.
thinking of going?
Hey, man.
I was talking to my friend 2 nights ago about it, and we were gonna look at the tickets today, but because of this, I guess we'll have to wait till the 13th.
T7, $69 to get in. Every seat in that arena is pretty good. I've been there for many hockey games.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, they wanted to hang out. I was like, I'm down. It's not too expensive at the end of the day. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, we collabed with this group of people before. They don't seem like bad people, is all I could say.
I hope it works out though, because I feel
I
like
hope it works out for
people
these.
are
This
excited
is
for
more.
this.
People are excited about this. This is more of a symptom of what's been happening lately, where everyone wants to tour now that the world's kind of opened up again, and a lot of people are
True.
over. And there is not a good metric for knowing how many people are gonna buy tickets to your international concert, because people go on like music streams or music video looks or Twitter impressions. None of that's informative of how many people are actually gonna buy tickets to your thing. So
Right.
a lot of companies are getting overly ambitious and booking these big venues, and it's just like it's a mess.
No, I mean, here's the thing, right? Like concert fatigue, concert saturation is a real thing. I don't have a wallet with infinite amounts of money. I'm not playing life here with like a cheat code that gives you extra money in my wallet here.
I wish.
No, God, good lord, I fucking wish to. What I'm trying to say is, after a certain amount of people come, we need time. We need time to make money, save up for another show. We haven't had this time yet. Now, stuff like this is gonna appeal to a different group of people than a typical K-pop concert, cause it has people like Kim Tae-woo, it has people like Jeonnabi, both of which are wildly popular with people my demographic.
The crowd demo is going to be very interesting because when I went to KCON, the 80s fans were a little bit screamy, is what I want to say. They were very, very excited to see.
Very
80s.
excited, yes.
They were very excited. And you
it's
might have certain pockets at this concert of people just losing their minds, and then they're going to be sitting next to like these Haimunis who want to see Patty Kim.
The thing is, like, the group I'm going with, none of them knows who ATEEZ is. Like,
Yeah,
fuck.
like they don't know, right?
Yeah. They were like, Warren, you do this K-pop podcast. What do you think about ATEEZ? And I was like, yeah, like, if you like very aggressive K-pop boy group music, I think they'll be up your alley. If you like cool catchphrases like Hakuna Matata, yeah, like sure, like they're not gonna perform that anymore, but
Like I'm very interested to see. Like I want to hear stories after the show, what it was like, right? Because it's a mashup of people who are going to be there.
bro, I'm hyped for Patty Kim. Get out, dude. She is 85 and she's still performing. That is a feat.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
All right.
Yes.
We'll see what
have to
happens
see.
here.
Hey, as I said, if they start doing like buy $100 of groceries at H Mart and they get a free ticket, your boy will be going to this concert.
You're there.
I'm there. If they want to start giving out free tickets for buying groceries at H Mart, I'm down. You know.
All right, let's move on.
That being said, if NewJeans ever did like an actual stadium tour, I'd consider going to that. Yeah. Okay, Artemis Heejin.
Oh,
Right, she's not in I-DLE Circle, but she's a part of Artemis. Pretty much a solo debut is going to be happening on Halloween.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, right? Exciting. It's called K.
Interesting.
Interesting.
I'm
Is this meant
excited
to
for
be
this.
like a Korean thing.
Yeah, it's in Korean. This is a solo debut. Straight
No,
up.
no, not just. I get that it's a Korean debut, but like, if you look at the E in her name, that's a part of the Korean.
Oh, yeah, they are going for a very Korean motif, even on
Yeah.
the corners here and the outfit, right?
flag. Yeah,
It's
they're, something's going on here. Yeah.
yeah. Could be
Interesting.
exciting.
Interesting.
Next one. GOT7's JB has signed with Moav Company.
Mauve?
Mauve?
I want to
Yeah.
say mauve.
Wasn't that the colorway name of Yeezy back in the day?
Mauve, isn't it?
Is it Mauve?
Mauve?
Dog, we tried to get this a while back. Remember? Dude, we're going like way back. Here,
Mauve.
like back when you and I were still in school.
I still have Yeezys that I haven't opened or worn. They're over here.
What are you?
Collectibles now.
This company is also home to Junie. So,
Oh,
Okay.
we will have to. He's currently serving in the military though, so he only gets out in November, but he's pre-signed. So whatever he gets out,
He's
getting
getting ready.
he's getting ready. He's getting ready. Hopefully, we get more GOT7 stuff. That'd be fun.
Yes.
Next thing. Former Cypher member Tag to debut in new boy group alongside Boys Planet contestants Yoo Jung-woo and Oh Sung-min. So they're adding pieces to this group from known entities, it seems. But a lot of people are excited for Jung-woo's debut. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
The puzzle is coming together.
Next thing. Y'all remember Carisha Chu?
I do.
Y'all, Carisha Chu signed an exclusive contract with New Wave Company under the name Carisha. So it is also home to Kim Nam-hee, Lee Won-hee, and Victon's Byung-chan.
Bro, for a minute I thought it said New Wave Company, and I was like, she signed with Be Free? Like, what's going on here? Like, what do you mean New Wave?
Like,
No
Carisha Chu
way.
was like, back in the day, she was on Superstar K or K-Pop Star. I remember that.
K-pop
And then
Star Season 6. Okay.
She kind of disappeared for a while, and then she came out at the same company as Minju, right? They were heavily tied together at whatever company Ice1 Minju was under at the time. Because I believe Carisha was also there. And then after that, just kind of like disappeared. But I guess she's doing something else. Yeah.
Good for her.
Well, she's back.
She's back. All right. And then finally, what is this one? Oh, yeah. So some Le Seraphim, right? The concert.
Stop.
Which was happening in Bangkok. It got canceled October 7th and October 8th because they got not COVID, but influenza. Like,
Oh, no.
Jaewon, Yoonjin, and Kaza all got type A influenza. So they had to shut this thing down.
Well, folks, that's probably a good reminder to
They
go
got
get
the
your flu
they
shots.
got the new shots
Yeah,
out.
take care out
So
there.
you could get the flu COVID combo pack, right?
Ooh,
Get all vaccinated.
Wow.
all at once, buddy.
You could get your yearly dose of 6G in the Wi-Fi service,
Bro.
if you go get the vaccines, guys. Yeah. So there's
Everybody stay healthy.
There was not much news this week. They're doing Asia Games still, so that's a lot of why.
Congrats to the gold medal for the soccer team. We beat
Yes.
Japan.
They
Yay.
beat Japan. The main person is Lee Gang-in, right? Is the main person who got exempted.
Dude, Lee Gang-in was on bench the whole time. They carried him.
Well, he got exempted. That's all I'm saying.
Yes.
I'm surprised that they didn't use one of the wild card slots on Jo Sung-gyu. I'm very surprised that they didn't.
No, I think it was a good idea to use Paek Seung-ho. Paek Seung-ho was the wild
Okay.
card, I think. Yeah, he's like the mental support for these kids because he's like very mentally close to them, I think.
I saw something where not speed skating, but like speed rollerblading, right?
Who?
Okay.
I've never
They do
seen
basically
this.
speed skating, but on rollerblades, right?
Oh wow.
Oh.
It's an event there, and it is the last year they are doing it at the Asia Games. So this is like a limited event.
Aw.
There was an Korean 3-man team. It's a 3-man race. They were about to win, and the guys started celebrating early and lost.
Ah, you don't do that. No.
And they lost Gundae because of that.
Oh no.
They lost exemption. One of the guys was already exempt, but the guy who did the move and one of the teammates lost exemption because he started celebrating early, and they lost.
Ay, man. Why would you do that?
Did you believe that?
That's so
believe that?
sad.
Yeah.
It's alright though. I mean,
It's not
they're
alright.
best.
It's not alright.
I mean, trying to be supportive, I guess.
They're in this like niche sport that they're never gonna do in Asia Games again. Like this is the final time you could ever do it. This
No.
sport's like essentially dead on an Asian level. And he does that.
Oh,
Isn't that absolutely ridiculous?
Yeah, that's a little. I feel bad.
Next week though, there's a list here. I-DLE, Icon Bobby,
yeah.
A2 major debut. Former member of NMIX Jinny is debuting. POW, Triple S Evolution is debuting.
Wow.
We mentioned them earlier. Lightsome, Extraordinary Heroes, Ihyori, Mamamoo Wien, Rothy, IVE, TXT, Queen's Eye, and Highlight.
It's a lot.
Okay.
That's a lot.
Okay.
If I had a guess, IVE is gonna happen, right? Like
Yeah.
regardless, if this TXT is a title track, it's gonna happen, right?
Yes.
Other than that, good luck to everyone else. I have a feeling Triple S might win because people like them on our server. Yeah,
You should cover Yuri.
I'd be down if it's fun, you know.
I can confirm the
See?
TXT release is a title track release.
Oh
off of
shit!
there. No,
Okay.
full-length album. No EP. Full-length album.
Wow.
Yeah.
Check that
So
out.
that ends the regular show. In the after hours, I didn't mention at the start of the show, we are doing a traditional State of the Nation. So there is some music. Warren and you're gonna talk about some music, but it is not essentially K-pop. So if you're here just for K-pop, bye. If you
Bye.
want to hear about us talk about what we've been doing lately and stuff like that, we'll see you after the break. 3,
Say.
2, 1. Boop.
And here's an extra special shout out to all of our Fiesta Patreons on patreon.com. Bagel, Charles, Cotton Ball, Del Monic, Ellie, Irv Tron, Gogu Mama, Honey Pools, Liam's Games and Toys, Luke Daniels, NJ Parks, Tyr, Siu Sumi. And thank you for joining SojuTalk, your weekly shot of K-pop. And special thanks to our Discord server mods, Jacob, K-Music Erday, Koala, Max, No Bias Luna, Tuggles, and Wolf297.
All right, after show with a regular State of the Nation. What are we doing?
All right, it's been a minute. We took like almost a month. I think actually a month of a break. We were all over the world. We came back. We took 2 weeks doing the whole catch up thing. And I was like, what have you guys been up to? I am curious. Well, how have your lives been? What's going on here? We should probably. I thought we'd talk about that. Talk about going into season 6 and stuff like that real quick. If it's not obvious by now, some of our graphics should be live.
They're good.
Look at that.
The new song's good too.
Thank you.
bop.
If it's not live on your podcasting platform yet, it will be within the next a week or so.
It might not be too. Some of those websites never update it. You remember?
I gave up with Apple.
Yeah.
Fuck.
They don't want to update it.
Timothy Donald Cook, once again, why would you do this to me? But like, they have our graphics stuck on season 1. And they're like, we're not gonna change it.
no.
Fuck you, you stupid ass bottle. We're not changing it. So listen to us on Spotify. Anyways, the new theme song, the full version is gonna be on Spotify sometime in the next month or so. That will be happening as well. Now that I actually know how to release stuff on Spotify. Okay, moving on. If this is the first time you're tuning into our show, sometimes people send us questions, and we like to talk about them. Do you like to talk about them, guys?
Yes, we do. We do.
Yeah, we
Yep.
do. I do.
It's like it's so much fun when people ask questions because then we don't have to think of them ourselves.
That being said, I do have a very large backlog of stupid World Cups, which are always fun, and I know you guys like them too. But on the other hand, this is a great way to communicate, especially with people who are not like active on Discord and stuff like that. So if you guys have any questions for us or want us to talk about something specific, please go ahead and send us a question to SojuTalk Podcast at gmail.com. Again, that's SojuTalk Podcast at gmail.com, or leave it on Discord. That's always an option if you're active on Discord. That being said, the only kind of question I'm going to ask you guys not to send us is please listen to this, please listen to that. We try to get to all the songs we want to. Typically, the last couple weeks, like before we left on break, we've been doing 4 songs a week, which is like at that point we're kind of a little tired. Not gonna lie.
Yep.
Yeah. So it is what it is. If we're not able to cover your favorite song on the show, we try to get them on the stream every now and then. So that's the best I can tell you there. I don't know. Is there a specific kind of question you want to get, Anita?
Not really. I mean, I think it's always interesting to hear what people want us to talk about, whether it's opinion based or like. I remember very specifically a question we got of a listener talking about boy groups, right?
Oh yeah, that was a thing.
That was a very interesting talking point. So anything that you think would be a good conversation starter.
If you want me to talk about my favorite brand of Chobani flavors, I will do that. That is also a very viable option. I know Doug also likes Chobani. I don't know if he still does actually.
Chobani's good.
Yeah. Remember you and I used to do
pretty
groceries and we used to buy Chobani?
Yeah, I like the coconut flavors still.
Oh, ew.
Oh.
I like coconut. It's
Fuck you.
Okay.
Okay, fine. Okay, all right,
Keep
whatever.
going,
Move
keep
on.
going.
All right. Okay. Well, in the break, I was in Korea for the most part. But I'm not gonna talk about my stuff in Korea because I had a whole ass stream/episode dedicated to it. If you're curious about my trip and adventure in Korea, please check out Summer Special 3. I think that was like 3 weeks ago, something like that. That I have it very detailedly laid out, so go check that out. But something that happened to me while I was in Korea was I released my first EP, my album.
Very
for those of you
nice.
guys who might know me, I have a hobby of doing music. If you like, here's the thing: if you like music a lot, chances are you're probably doing it to a certain degree. Like maybe you're in an orchestra, maybe you're in a choir, maybe you're in a band with some friends, maybe you like to shit on other artists online on whatever site you want to use. Maybe you run a fucking podcast like us. I don't know. For me, one of the bucket list items I've had was to get a grouping of songs that I enjoy, and then put it out as an actual project. And that's what I did. So it's called Flight Tape, FLIGHTAPE. It is largely a jazz pop dance instrumental album.
Ooh.
I said a lot
Very,
of
very
buzzwords
nice.
there. I focus a lot on having it flow well.
You've changed your handle in the past year.
Yes. At a certain point, I had a college rap career where I went by jet lagged.
It was
Yes,
fun.
you did. Yes, you
the
did.
Wonder Years was fun.
I'm not gonna link that to anybody, y'all. If people have links, if they need to find it, like you dig it up yourselves. But I did change my name. Now I go by Seo Soden or Sosoden. That's SEO space SODEN. I was like I want a new name for myself as a musician. And that's where I am. So If you're into jazz, if you're into pop music, if you're into instrumental music, if you just want an instrumental album to kind of play in the background while you do chores, while you do your homework, while you run errands, while you're, I don't know, like wiping your ass or some shit, go listen to it. I think it's pretty appropriate for that. I don't know. Don't wipe your ass, Anita. I don't know what to tell you. Just
What?
you know what I mean.
It's a nice album. I listened to it. It's very good.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I actually have a couple thousand streams on Spotify, which is pretty fucking
Damn.
Nice. Nice.
I don't know. I for the most part, if you like K-pop, I think there's a couple tracks like track number 3, Fly, that I think you guys might like. So, I don't know. If you guys want to talk about this album, I would be happy to on the Discord. But that's about it. It dropped about 2 months ago at this point because it dropped when I was in Korea. But
literally, you were flying. Flight.
Yes, I was.
Wow.
Yes. Which, I mean, that's kind of what the fucking album
That
is
makes
about. There's a
sense,
fucking airplane.
yeah.
Like, it's called Flight. What do you want?
Look at you.
The track's called Fly. Like, what do you want? It's called Chicken or
Wow.
Beef. What do you want? Anyways, it's I think I did a decent job. So go check it out if you're into that kind of music. All right, I talked a lot. Who wants to take next turn?
A leader.
Me.
What is this?
Look at that. So, little background. Over the break, I didn't do much traveling, to be honest. I was actually listening to new music, I want to say. It was new in quotation marks, because I've been like in the like around. I've heard of this band. It's called Silica Gel. I think in Korean they call it Silica Gel, but
do, yeah.
right, Silica Gel. But Silica Gel in English is a band who does more of like experimental rock. I don't know if I classify them as indie because they don't have like the typical indie sound that I think when I say indie. I think they're more like experimental rock, a lot of different instrumentation. Like I want to say they utilize a lot of like technology and just straight up instruments as a band, which I find really, really cool. But I had been in the vicinity of this group because I've heard of them.
I swear I
Here
told
and
you to
there,
check them out,
they-
like years ago. Yeah.
I know, yes, I know. I've heard of them because they won Rookie of the Year for the Korean Music Awards a couple years ago. And they won again 2022, 2021. I don't remember. I know they won twice for different categories, but so the name was familiar. I just never really got around to checking them out. And then recently, I think in August, they had a new single, Tic-Tac-Toke, featuring Soyun from Sesonyeon, who is another group, another band that I really like. And that was why I checked out the single to begin with. I really, really like this group. Definitely check them out if you're into like the rock or want to get into the rock scene from Korea. I think it's really interesting. Yeah, I'm excited for new stuff from them. They have so little. I went through everything.
Power Andre 99 is their next album. It's dropping later this year. I think.
I know in November. What are they doing in November? Like they're doing
a tour with
Yes.
unreleased music, and then after that, they're dropping the album. As far as I understand.
I wish I was there.
Too bad.
I wish I was there.
I'll be very blunt. Silica Gel's music is very. It's considered hipster music in Korea.
Really?
Yeah, this. Like the people who listen to Silica Gel are like people who are like digging underground archive brands for fashion and like.
They do a lot of
like,
collaborations.
This is like
yeah.
indie.
This is indie.
Underground. Underground, like way underground.
Yeah, no. Recently, they signed with Magic Strawberry Sound a couple years ago, and I think that's
Yes.
when they came into my radar because I think actually I was doing a stream, and I think probably KME recommended it to me on the stream, and I was like, Desert Eagles
yes.
fucking fire.
KME has done recommendations of them.
Bloody Madman. Which, by the way, you all should check out his show on Spotify.
Yes.
Regardless, they are amazing. I think if I think about psychedelic rock in Korea, they are probably the most hot and trendy overall.
Yes.
It's like if you like Yves Tumor right now, you'll like these guys. Yves Tumor is also a band. Well, that's one person.
I never heard of
America that does music like this. So, see, this some hipster indie shit. Fucking.
I mean, that not as indie though, because they're. I feel like since 2022, since last year, they released a very popular single, which I think is also a really good intro to them, called "No Pain,"
and that's why the hipster kids have been complaining that they're
really?
mainstream now. They're like, how dare they sign with a mainstream label, Magic Strawberry Records? Bloody.
It can be a good thing.
They're great. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, I hate that you're recommending this after my album because they're actually really fucking good.
No, it's not like that.
All right.
But yes, check them out. Check them out. They're really good.
All right. Now to some mainstream shit. I want the Disney again. I go there all the time.
Your home place. That's what it is.
I like, other than Michigan, I've lived in Florida's the state I visited the most. Yeah, that's Michigan.
There it is, Michigan.
There you go. That's you. Yeah.
So typically, okay, number one, if you don't like Disney, I completely understand. My family, we enjoy Disney, right? My mom loves Disney. That's how I've grown up.
Tradition. It's tradition.
Even though I don't watch all the Pixar movies or whatever, I love going to the parks. I've been going to them since I was a kid, literally.
Yeah, I think
I've been to the Disney parks. I think I've gone on 20-something vacations to Florida, right?
Oh wow.
But these days, objectively, Disney is so expensive. It's ridiculously expensive these days. I completely get why people cannot, a 1-day park pass is $100+ these days.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah. It's very expensive. I get it. Even us, back in the day when I was a kid, it's like, yo, we're going on this trip. We're going to hit up 3 out of the 4 parks or something, right? These days, when we go, it's 1-2 parks max. It's just too expensive.
Well, I mean, if you think about K-pop concert tickets these days.
Okay, true. So, I hadn't been to what was originally MGM, now it's Hollywood Studios.
Oh,
in 10 years, I hadn't been to this park. We normally go to Magic Kingdom or Epcot, right?
Okay.
So I have not been here for when they added the Toy Story Land or the Star Wars Land.
Okay.
So I rode every ride in both of those lands. So now I've ridden all of them. I will say they added a ride into Hollywood Studios called Rise of the Resistance. It is by far the best Disney ride I've ever ridden in my life. I'm just saying that. Oh, wow. The reason why it was so good, no spoilers about the ride, was there were so many different scenes. Normally at a Disney ride, the bigger rides, there's a intro scene where you all get put in a room, you watch a little show thing, and then you go ride the ride or something like that.
Right.
This show has about 5 components.
Oh, wow.
You do a show, then you got transported, then you watched another thing, you got transported, you got another thing, you got transported, then you rode the ride.
Dang, a whole experience.
It was a whole immersive experience.
Wow. A whole ass show. Oh my god.
Yeah, there was 5 components to this ride to happen.
That's...
Okay, how long was it then?
On surface level, that sounds really annoying. I'm not gonna...
No, it was amazing. Okay. The whole ride, once we got to the first experience, right? The first experience happened, it was probably 20 minutes.
Whoa. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was
That's
a 20-minute experience.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun though. Yeah, so they're doing crazy things. On all the newer rides are showing off the new tech. I'm at the point now where if you need Disney advice, hit me up.
You're a pro.
I could tell you how the app works. I could tell you how to get reservations. I could tell you what rides to ride. I could tell you how to use their new Lightning Lane, which is the replacement of the Fast Pass system. I've seen it all, and I've ridden every single ride at Disney other than one of the Avatar, 2 of the Avatar rides. At this point,
wow,
I've ridden everything. So I could tell you about everything and what the experience. I even got to ride it. So that was one day we went to MGM. It was great, fantastic. We have a timeshare in Florida, so we normally stay at our timeshare. But because this was a special trip, it was for my parents' wedding anniversary, so they brought me along. So thanks shout out to them. We stayed on property, which is very rare for us. We stayed on Disney property.
Oh, okay.
We stayed at the Port Orleans French Quarter. They had beignets. My mom ate like 15 beignets
Prince
while we
and
were
the
there.
Frogs. Yeah.
There was Mickey shaped beignets. My mom was loving it.
Aw.
It was fantastic. I had a great time there. Second day, we went to the reason why we went in October. Well, we went in September, but September and October they start to do the Disney Halloween party.
Dang,
It's a
look at
very
that.
rare hard ticket event. You show up at 4 p.m. and the park opens till midnight for you.
Oh wow.
That sounds so
And
fun.
at a certain point, everyone who doesn't have the Halloween passes pretty much gets kicked out of the park. So it's a Halloween party for the people with the Halloween party tickets.
Wait, what if you hide in the bathroom? They just like find you.
You
and let
can't.
down?
There's people all over the place checking for wristbands. You can't get on rides without it. Wristband at a certain point. They're like, "You're closed for the day. You're not invited to the party. Sorry, leave."
Get out.
Yeah.
Damn.
So we did trick or treating at the park. There was like a show where they showed all the villain characters. When a lot of them, it's rare for them to come out because normally only the good guys go to parades and stuff like that. So it was like a Halloween parade with all the bad guys. It was a show with the bad guys. It was a lot of fun. I got to ride the new Tron ride, which was really cool. That one is like signing up for like a sneaker raffle or like buying concert tickets. Like
Really?
at 6 p.m. Doc, you had to sign up for the pass. And we signed up at 6. We didn't ride it until our group didn't get called till 10 p.m. So like you have to get
Oh
in the
my
virtual
God.
line to ride this ride. But I got to ride Tron at 10 p.m. at night in dark. It was amazing.
Oh, wow.
Is that one
Tron,
of the
they have the light
motorcycle one?
cycles. Yeah, it was a light
Ah, yeah,
cycle
yeah, yeah.
roller coaster.
Oh.
So you're on like top of a motorcycle leaning down and you ride it.
Yes,
It's like a
yes.
roller coaster like that. So it was
Whoa.
really cool. Yeah. So I went to Disney.
Disney.
It was a lot of fun. I did a lot of cool things there. Disney Springs is always fun. You got to eat the Guy Fieri chicken sandwich, which is good. You get to go to Flavor Town while you're there.
Oh my god.
I tried Kuda Sushi in America for the first time, conveyor belt sushi in Orlando, because I wanted to see it before I tried my local one. Because it had been there. My local one opened up like 3 months ago, so I was like, I don't know if I trust this new one. So I ate the one in Orlando. It was really good. Conveyor belt sushi is fun. Yeah. So Disney, if you ever are going to Disney,
stuff.
the one in Florida, Disney World, and you have any questions, hit your boy up. I can literally, off the
You're
top
the
of my
guy.
head, tell you where all the bathrooms are in 3 other parks.
Oh wow. That's
Like,
a lot of
literally.
details. Like
That's-
Literally, dude. I can tell you where every single
Impressive.
bathroom is, which is the
Can I-
best bathrooms. Yeah.
can I just call you and be like, "Hi, Doug, I'm here. I need the nearest restroom."
If you're
Otherwise-
He sees it
calling
in
me,
his head,
if you're calling
yes.
me while you're there, you've already missed your planning. Like you gotta plan this out. You gotta-
Oh,
Oh no.
like the reason why staying at the Disney hotel is good, you get to go into the park like an hour, 30 minutes earlier than everyone. So during that hour, 30 minutes, you got to ride all the rides that are going to have like 2-hour lines in like an hour.
so that's the
Dang.
accessible portion of.
Yeah, like you gotta like plan your day these days at Disney because like everyone wants to ride the same good rides, you know?
Oh,
so
damn. How,
by
how
10
long
a.m.
are waits?
by 10 a.m. I had written all the Star Wars rides. For like really hard to ride things, so like at Magic Kingdom, the Peter Pan ride, and then there's a Snow White 7 Doors Mine Train. They can go upwards 90 minutes to 2 hours plus. Those rides.
Oh yeah, that's
Man,
crazy.
That's yeah.
But
that's
most
like-
rides at Disney, other than like the high ticket events, most of them you could ride in under an hour. Not under an hour, under 30 minutes.
Okay,
Like,
that's
it's-
good. That's good.
And
I mean,
Disney always here's a tip. Disney always, when they post the ride times, like the wait times, which you could see on the Disney app by the way, the actual wait, like 99% of the time, is less than that amount because they always want you to have a good experience.
okay.
So like if they post this line as 30 minutes, you'll probably ride the ride in like 15 minutes. You know?
Oh, it's not that bad.
No, that's not that bad at all. I guess I'm not frustrated with waiting. It's just like I also recognize that like if you're there for a limited amount of time, you want to check out as much of that as possible.
Yeah, there's also, you can buy like a fast pass system where you sign up for rides and you go back later and you just cut the line. There's a lot of that going on too.
Okay, I finally found. Okay, last time I was in Disney was in 2014.
Nice.
The leg,
Yeah.
the
just,
turkey leg.
It was
The
like
turkey
one of the
leg.
5 selfies I took in my life. This was turkey leg.
Okay, you are in Magic Kingdom near the western themed area. I can tell from the building on the left. And
I don't-
in front of you is probably a river.
I don't know, dude.
You're in
He
Frontier.
doesn't remember.
I can tell you. I know where you got this from. I know the kiosk, dude.
There was a trash can in front of me, dog.
Yeah, yeah. Well, no, because it has that western print, you're in Frontierland. at Magic Kingdom.
Wow.
Fuck.
Yeah, I can tell. They only have that font in the Western area.
Okay, well
frontier
there you
land.
go, folks. There
I'm
you have
telling you, dude. Like,
He knows.
I know, dude. I know where to get the turkey leg, dude. Come on. You can now also get one in Magic Kingdom in front of Regal Eagle at the America Pavilion, by the way. Yeah.
it. Oh my god.
So I watch like Disney YouTubers and guides like all the time. Like I know everything that's going on. Yeah,
Like this guy's like Disney GPT over here.
literally. Like I'm telling you, dude. If you wanna go, let me know. Yeah. So that's
Okay.
all I really did, and then we came back.
All right. Well, Doug went to Disney. Anita's been listening to Slick Kajel. I made an album called Flight Tape. Send us questions on SojuTalk
Yes.
Podcast at gmail.com.
Yes, sir.
That's what we've been up to. Thank you for joining Soju Talk.
Okay. Bye.
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 Bye. Bye.
Bye.